All right, we are back again. It's Joel Hendrickson for Cyber 4220. This time we are covering OpenSSH. Okay, so Secure Shell, or SSH, is a cryptographic network protocol designed to provide secure communications over unsecure networks. Essentially, it's going to allow devices to talk to each other safely when the connection itself might be kind of more at risk. SSH was developed to replace older protocols such as Telnet, FTP, and RLogin. These older systems were less secure because a lot of them transmitted data to include passwords in plain text. So that made it easy for attackers to actually intercept and gain that sensitive information. So SSH solves that issue by encrypting all communication between the client and the server, making it far more difficult for anyone to eavesdrop in. Along with the encryption, SSH supports several methods of authentication. Users can log in with a traditional password, use single sign-on systems, or they can even employ public and private key pairs for higher level security. So this flexibility makes SSH a pretty versatile tool for most environments, from personal computers to enterprise servers. And so beyond secure logins, SSH also enables secure file transfer and synchronization between systems. So that means you can safely move files, backup data, or synchronize directories across networks without exposing sensitive information. All right, so SSH is a critical tool for remote system administration and some secure communications, as well as automating some of those tasks that are required as an admin across the networks. So it's going to allow administrators to and users to manage systems safely, even if it is over untrusted connections. So OpenSSH is the open source implementation of an SSH protocol. It provides the same secure communication features while being freely available, and it is pretty widely supported. On the client side, OpenSSH allows connections to remote SSH using remote SSH servers using the SSH command. On the server side, it provides remote access services through SSHD, which listens for incoming SSH connections. So OpenSSH is included by default on most available Linux distributions. It is also available for Windows through Microsoft's OpenSSH package. This wide availability ensures that secure encryption, communication, and remote management can be implemented across almost any system, making it pretty essential as a modern IT tool. So OpenSSH offers strong encryption options to protect data in transit using algorithms like AES, ChaCha20, RSA, and ED25519. These encryption methods help prevent attacks such as man-in-the-middle interceptions or unauthorized data access. One of the key security features is the public key authentication, which significantly reduces the risk of brute force attacks. OpenSSH can also be configured to require multi-factor authentication. So this is going to add an extra layer of security for those sensitive systems that might be in place. OpenSSH provides an encrypted terminal session. It's going to allow sysadmins to manage remote servers pretty safely. This secure access also supports automation, enabling scripts to run repetitive tasks without compromising security. And then in addition, OpenSSH includes pretty robust logging and auditing features. It records all authentication attempts, any key usage, and connection metadata, which is going to be essential for monitoring activity and maintaining compliance. So together, all those features make OpenSSH rather secure and a very versatile tool for most remote administration and secure communications. So some of the risks that do come with OpenSSH, even though it is a pretty secure protocol, is going to be end user with misconfigurations that can make servers vulnerable, and that's going to be from allowing root login or simply relying on only passwords instead of keys for granting unrestricted user access without proper firewall rules. So those can create some security risks. And then with key-based authentication, while it is a strong method, it also has its own risk with things like orphaned keys or keys that haven't been revoked after a user leaves, or private keys that are stored incorrectly, and they can end up being exploited. Additionally, OpenSSH needs to be kept up to date. If a server falls behind on patches and updates, it may be exposed to known vulnerability, which is going to reduce the overall security of the system. So proper configuration, key management, and patching are pretty essential. Okay, so hardening recommendations. To secure OpenSSH effectively, it's going to be the use of key-based authentication and disabling password logins wherever that's possible. So using public and private key pairs should be required, especially for administrative accounts, and this is going to help reduce the risk of unauthorized access. Next is going to be the need for applying security patches and updates pretty promptly as they're published. So this is going to help mitigate any known vulnerabilities before they're exploited on those systems. And then lastly, it's going to be disabling root login and carefully limiting user access. Is going to add additional layers of protection. So implementing the firewall rules to restrict access to only trusted IPs, and then enabling logging and auditing is going to ensure that all authentication attempts and connections activities are tracked, so you can respond to any suspicious behavior pretty quickly. All right, so in summary, OpenSSH is a pretty important tool for secure remote access and administration. It provides strong encryption, flexible authentication, and secure management capabilities, making it a cornerstone of modern network security. However, its security does depend on proper configuration, and key-based authentication should be enforced. And root access needs to be restricted. Regular checks for applying updates and security patches is going to be essential to protect against known vulnerabilities. So when it's set up correctly and maintained correctly, OpenSSH ensures that remote systems remain accessible and secure.